The King and the Queen recently celebrated 2 years since the coronation, and they unveiled 2 newly commissioned state portraits. These portraits will be part of the royal collection, and before I show you, just make note that they were painted by 2 different people selected by both the King and the Queen. So let's take a look and then discuss. This is Camilla's portrait. And I already know I'm going to get flack for this and probably lose some followers, but whatever at this point. I actually do not mind it. It is the best she's ever looked. And I'm not being shady when I say that. I love a dark and mysterious style of portraits and pictures and stuff like that. Very similar to Annie Leibovitz, who previously did the Queen, the late Queen, Queen Elizabeth. This looks very royal, very British royal. Now let's take a look at King Charles. It's a lot better than this one right here. I did not like this one. Well, let me not say I didn't like it. I didn't like it for it to be like an official portrait. I like the artistic value of it, just not for monarch. This looks like it came from the era of Queen Victoria. I wish he would have did something a bit more modern looking, similar to Camilla's. This man looks like he sent the pilgrims to America. I would have liked to see something a bit more modern. I don't hate it, but when you have recent portraits like the King and Queen of Spain, Annie Leibovitz, I love it. And even his mother, the late Queen Elizabeth II by Annie Leibovitz. Like, these portraits are phenomenal. They're very royal, they're very modern. Even though Annie did not do Camilla, it still kind of gives off that same style, which I think works with modern royalty. And maybe Charles wanted to go more old school, which, whatever, it's his prerogative. I would have liked to see something a bit more updated. I don't have a background in art. I can only go off of what my particular taste is and what I would love to see and what I have been seeing from different royal families. I hope one day maybe he will do something a bit more modern looking, because his last 2 portraits just have not been it. For me. For instance, this is his grandfather, who was the father of Queen Elizabeth, King George VI. This worked for him. And I'm not going to attribute it to, oh, he was younger, because wait, his father, King George V, was older. Maybe not as old as Charles was in this particular photo. I'm not quite sure. Both monarchs have a je ne sais quoi, or a majesty to them that conveys within these types of portraits. Charles does not. It also helps, and this is, again, just being factual, both of these men are conventionally attractive. I mean, to me. I prefer Camilla's. That artist deserves the Nobel Prize. I promise you I'm not being shady. Anywho, comment your thoughts below. Let me know what you think. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Mwah. Bye.